triple clap for audio control. You guys can't hear the echo, but there is an echo. Check this out, huh? Check the beauty of this place. Hell yeah! Hey, what's up, YouTube? Leo Sheng here, host of the Extreme Fillet Fishing channel. I am very excited today in this video. Why? Because per the title of this video, I am in the middle of nowhere. All jokes aside, I am really in a pretty desolate area in New Jersey. This is the middle of the Pine Barrens, all right? And you know, recently I posted a video for the Inner Circle members only, right? For the fellas on Patreon and the folks who got the YouTube monthly membership and the people who do donations via Super Chat on the live streams. And I went to the Pine Barrens recently to try to catch some new species of fish. I caught some exotic ones, ended up catching some chain pickerel on the Aero Tackle Z Spender, right? But I didn't really find anything new. So that was a few days ago. I kind of decided to go further into the Pine Barrens so that we can finally find those exotic species of fish that I don't have yet. Check it out, like I just showed you at the beginning of this video, right? This is such a desolate area. There are two little buildings right there at the back. Those are abandoned buildings right over here. This used to be a farm back in the days, right? Local folks call these the cranberry bogs, all right? We are deep here in the Pine Barrens. I don't even have internet connection, just so you guys know. Anyways, it is time to explore. I only got 3.5 hours to fish this place. Let's see what we're going to come upon today. As you guys can see, this place is pretty heavily vegetated with not a lot of access. I just got a little bit of the water right over here in my photo tank from this little spot right in front of me. It pains me to say this. I don't even know who really comes to places like this to fish besides me. No internet access. No 4G bars, okay? So I got my photo tank ready. I'm gonna get my stuff ready right now. And hopefully we're going to find some exotics in this place in the middle of nowhere. If you all watched that members only video, you guys are already familiar with the techniques that I'm going to be using in this video, as well as the main setup. I'm starting today with a weightless size 18 hook with just a little wiggling red worm, as you guys can see. And the whole technique for today is to find little holes or little open spots like this one over here and punch the stuff down there in a free falling natural motion, so that if there are any fish around, they see that worm falling, they think it is natural, they will come out of the dense vegetation and they're going to whack it like that. Oh, tiny fish came out to check the worm. Wow, that fish is like very tiny, fellas. Holy moly, so small. It is checking out the worm, trying to get it, but of course my hook is too big. May have to put the Tanago on to find out what that fish is exactly. You know, fellas, I am not playing today. There are some exotic species of fish here in the Pine Barrens that don't grow very big, and I don't have them on my species list yet. I'm not so sure if that was a creek chub sucker or what else it could have been, but I am switching to the Tanago, the smallest hook ever, because I want to find out what that is. I just tied on the Tanago hook with a very tiny piece of red wiggler, and I got a very small thin split shot non-toxic. I'm going to cast right in front of me here and try to catch that tiny fish. I just hope that that fish is still here, and that fish is not going to get spooked by my split shot. It's still here. Fish is looking at the worm. I think he got it. I got it, I got it, I got it. Oh my God. Sorry for saying the name of the Lord in vain. I got it, I got it. Look at the size of this little fish. Put it in the photo tank. First sample of the day, baby. I got it. Wow, this is truly intense. Microfishing has never been so intense like that. Look at the tiny, tiny fish down in there, huh? And the thing is, the sample is actually so small that I'm not even sure which species it is yet. I'm not so sure if it is a blue-spotted sunfish, the Enneacanthus gloriosus, or if it is a banded sunfish, the Enneacanthus obesus, all right? Needless to say, I took a few shots. I'm going to, you know, figure out later. I'm going to release this fish now. Damn, man, look at the size of this little fella, right? You know what? Let me take it out of the photo tank right here real quick. And we are going to do a release right over here in the water for you guys. Wow, that's what's up. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's slowly swimming towards my foot. Maybe trying to find some cover, you know? That is beautiful. Look, 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 look. It's still here on the bottom, right? Oh, now that I'm touching it, it is slowly swimming away. I would like to emphasize that these species that I have just mentioned in this video, they are protected species of fish in New Jersey, okay? There's actually a bunch of them, right? You are not supposed to be targeting them or catching them or taking them out of the water or having them in your photo tank, because it is called possession when you have them in your photo tank, even if it is just temporarily, unless you have a freshwater scientific, okay, permit, which you can get it at the New Jersey website for I think $22. I apply for it, of course, right? You fill in the application and you pretty much tell the state that you want to come to different places here in New Jersey, and you are conducting your own research for environmental and educational purposes, and they allow you to take those fish out of the water, right, as far as you have that permit, right? And as you guys can see in this video, I just let you know the name of that fish, how vulnerable the species is, that the species is protected, you know its scientific name, so this video is educational, all right? That was the first fish of the day. I'm going to keep looking for different species over here. The one that I really, really want is actually the Blackbanded Sunfish, right? The Enneacanthus chaetodon. So that would be the main target for this video today. Hopefully we're going to find it. There is a fish right there looking at the worm. But I don't know why he's not getting it. Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Bigger version of the fish that we caught just now. Let's see what we got here. What is it? I think it is a banded. I think it is a banded sunfish, guys. Put it in the photo tank real quick. We're going to evaluate the sample. Scientific purposes, identification purposes. Oh yeah, fellas. I just took a few shots of this fish right over here. I believe that the samples that we have been catching are actually banded sunfish, all right? I'm not 100% positive. These are very tiny, small fish. I've been keeping them inside the water for as long as I possibly can, taking photos of them. As I said, scientific purposes, right? And I got the permit, so taking good care of them, wet hands. And I see some smaller species of fish swimming right over here that look very, very similar to black-banded sunfish. The only problem is that those fish are about 1 inch long. I'm not so sure if I will be able to catch them, but we will see. Seriously, the hardships of a life lister. The hardships of a life lister is when you actually find the fish, but the fish just won't bite on anything. I see a bunch of small, very, very tiny, 1.5, 2 inches creek chub sucker just swimming right over here in front of me. I also saw 3 black-banded sunfish swimming around, but again, very, very tiny, 1 to 1.5 inches. I do need to find some samples that are a little bit bigger so that they can take on my hook. So perhaps it is time for me to explore a little bit more, change the spots. It's just the beginning of my first hour. I can't just stay in one single spot, right? So you never know. It is really hard to determine where to fish when everywhere is pretty juicy. Okay. Bridges. I don't do very good with bridges. Man, there's nothing for you to hold here. GoPro doesn't do justice, but this thing is pretty... Can this thing support? Yeah, all right. I think we got it. I think we got it. Just gotta watch out, man. Dude, bro, they don't put anything on here. All right. Okay. Let's look for the next fishing spot. Okay. Let's see what we got over here. punching lilies. There we go. Punching lilies. And yet we got something very, very different here. Umbra pygmaea. Time to put in the photo tank. Eastern mud minnow. Woo, already got the species, but finally found them. What a beautiful tiny little fish. You see how dark this little fella is? This one right here is the Eastern mud minnow, aka the Umbra pygmaea. We're keeping this stuff educational, so let me give a few pointers about this fish right here. This is a species of fish that you guys will probably never see in your lifetime face to face, because it is endemic to the eastern coast of the United States of America. Prime pine barrens, tannic water environment, right? Acidic. And I gotta tell you, I only caught this fella one time before today. I took a few shots of this fella with flash because it is hard to catch its characteristics without the flash. I am pretty excited, you know, that I found another population of them here in New Jersey. I don't believe that this species is actually protected, not like the other sunfish. And this guy is one mean little fella. I gotta tell you that much. It can survive in low oxygen areas, all right? Not to mention, it can like kind of breathe air, all right? Call it a mini bowfin or a mini snakehead. Don't worry, I got it right into the hole over there. As you guys know, I'm like the hole master, right? Second species of the day, keeping this video very educational, okay, as the permit stated. But this one doesn't even fall in the protected category. It's still punching a tanago hook right through the lilies right over there. Is very similar to what you guys do with the bass fishing. You find a hole in the middle of the lilies, punch your lure, right, and big ass bass blow up, right? Just that in my case, it is the tanago hook, and the fish usually stays around the openings. The sun, the rays kind of get through, and they see the bait. Stealth, you know, they get it, right? Let's keep on fishing. Still going after that black-banded sunfish, that creek chub sucker, swamp darter, so many different cool species. Ooh, something just moved on the left. Okay, something just moved on the left here, so let's punch it right over here. This lily. See what we got. Oh yeah. Oh man, that was a fish. Ooh yeah, dude, that was 100% a fish. Oh yeah, got him. It is another eastern mud minnow, Umbra pygmaea, right here. Oh yeah, all right, there's a whole population of them right around here. I'm kind of still punching the lilies in hopes that maybe I'll catch a little redfin pickerel, right? Or who knows, maybe even the little black-banded sunfish is going to show up. But so far, second eastern mud minnow of the day. Once you catch two in one spot, you can pretty much say, you know, that there's a solid population of them around the area. They are like mummy chogs, the Fundulus heteroclitus, or like the banded killifish, the Fundulus diaphanus, right? But just its own genus, and they are like the killifish of the Pine Barrens. Pretty juicy spot I just found here. You guys can see there's a dam up there. There's another little dam up here. Water's flowing. Took off the tanago for a little bit, and I tied on the arrow tackle Z-Spander jerkbait, cause there may be some redfin pickerel around this area, right? Needless to say, I don't have a lot of time, so give it 15 minutes at the spot, and then we're gonna hop and explore some more. This does look real good for pickerel though. Not gonna lie, this looks prime spot for a pickerel to just lay in wait. Anything passes, whacks it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Did you guys see that? Let's just do a steady retrieve and see if anything hits. Sometimes even if it is a steady retrieve, the pickerel were so aggressive that it ended up hitting it. So sometimes a steady retrieve is the way to go. You never know. Oh yeah, steady retrieve. Why did I tell you guys? Steady retrieve on the Z-Spender. I think this is a chain pickerel. Yeah, little chain pickerel right here. All right, first pickerel of the day. Definitely not a protected species of fish. Yeah, all right, juicy. Now I just got to be careful not to hook myself when I'm hooking this little fella. A little Euro tackle jerk bait is actually perfect for a little pickerel like this. Let's do our first ever underwater release here in the New Jersey Pine Barrens. I don't know how this is going to turn out to be, y'all, because the waters of the New Jersey Pine Barrens are pretty tannic. That was a pretty fast release right over there. I don't know about that, you know? But anyways, all right, not a redfin pickerel, but I knew there would be some pickerel over here because, I mean, Pine Barrens, right? Well, that was a nice sample, but I am not entirely convinced that that is the only fish around here. There's got to be some more pickerel. You use the Euro tackle jerkbait in an environment like this, very, very good. Let me tell you all, especially pickerel is such an aggressive species of fish, right? Sometimes just a steady retrieve is all you need. When the steady retrieve doesn't work, you can just jerk, pause, right, with your jerk bait. And if there are pickerel around, they'll bite. That may have been it for this particular spot. It is a pretty tiny run. I thought I was going to get another one here, but no bites. Needless to say, I don't have time to waste. Time to explore some more. Sometimes all you need is a little open spot like this one. Oh yeah, fish on. Fish on, fellas. Another pickerel right here, open spot. Went into the weeds. Took me into the weeds. It's still on, but it's into the weeds. Oh yeah, got it. Yeah, second pickerel of the day. 4-pound test line, ultralight pickerel fishing. Got to be very careful with these fellas, okay? Very, very careful with them. They trash around. You do not want to get tangled on your jerkbait. Oh, this one just unhooked by himself right here on top of the New Jersey Pine Barrens, huh? Huh, little fella, that's what's up, the wrath of the Asian folk. You just suffering, huh? All right, second pickerel of the day. No photos, all right? Just quick release over here. Not a red thing, but again, it's not like I'm not having fun. Very nice opening over here. Look at that. And there's a pipe of some sorts over there. Steady retrieve. Simple, steady retrieve. Sometimes that's all you need. Oh, got a hit. Fish on. Steady retrieve. I told you, fellas, sometimes all you need is a steady retrieve for the pickerel. The thing with the Pine Barrens, guys, pickerel does not lack. Okay, so many pickerel. All chain though. Not a single American pickerel is ox wise. It's kind of sad, not gonna lie. I am going after the American pickerel, and all this chain pickerel showing up. I'm gonna get my pliers for this one, for real. I don't want to get pinched by my own. All right, there we go. 3 pickerel in less than 20 minutes, okay? I wouldn't call these like trophy size, but a pickerel is a pickerel. Oh man, this is actually pretty cool. I just saw this right now. What are these? Are these wild cranberries? Yo, someone on the channel, experts on the channel, can you actually tell me if these are cranberries? I don't think I've ever seen cranberries like this. Actually, I don't even know what these are. Are these wild New Jersey pine barrens? Cranberry? Yo, can I just come here and start picking up cranberries if these are cranberries? This is pretty cool, huh? Huh, all right, next stop. I don't have a lot of time. I'm perplexed. I mean, at least one little red fin pickerel, right? It can't just be all chain pickerel like this. Oh, had a hit right over here. Had a hit right over here, fellas. I don't know if it was chain or red, but I'm recasting because with the pickerel, you just never know. Ooh, yeah, fish on. Fish on. Fourth pickerel of the day. Gee, man, these pickerels are getting a little bit heavier. I couldn't lift this one out of the water, bro. Whoa, bro, easy, okay? I'm using ultralight with a little jerk bait. Take it easy on EPF. I think this place is just not weedy enough. Not weedy enough for the red fin pickerel. I mean, the red fin pickerel is a species, right? Not only they are smaller than the chain pickerel, this Ezox niger that we've been catching, but they really like the weeds. I only got about 45 minutes left of my fishing session today. I am on a time constraint because it is a pain in the butt to get out of here and go all the way back to my house. I mean, I am in the middle of nowhere. So I think I am going to switch now. I'm going to put the jerkbait off and go back to some micro fishing. Try to get that black-banded sunfish. All right, fellas, listen, 30 minutes is all I got left for today. It is pretty disappointing, but when you explore, time passes so fast. It is extra frustrating with the fact that I have found the creek chub sucker and I have found the black-banded sunfish, and yet I haven't been able to catch one yet. I tried for redfin pickerel for a good while just now. Nothing even showed up, so I'm putting my hopes in this last few minutes that I got. Let's do this. Got it. I got him. No, I got him. It was on hook and line, baby. It was on hook and line, baby. Hook and line. I got it. Oh, photo tank, photo tank. You guys have no idea. No idea. 2 years. 2 years. I have been trying to catch this little fella on hook and line, okay? 2 years. You guys remember that video? You guys remember that last video on the channel? 2 years ago when I actually found a population of them. I saw them swimming around. I even did some underwater footage, but I couldn't catch them. 2 years. And now I got a black-banded sunfish here in my hands, okay? The Enneacanthus chaetodon. This completes the full set that I have here of the Pine Barrens, all right? Man, we got the Bluespotted Sunfish, the Enneacanthus gloriosus, we got the Banded Sunfish, the Enneacanthus obesus, we got the Mud Sunfish, the Acantharchus, pomotis, and now finally, on hook and line, the Blackbanded Sunfish, the Enneacanthus chaetodon. The fish did fall from the hook once it landed on land, but it was hook and line. I saw it in the water when the fish actually took it and I kind of set the hook. Man, I couldn't be happier. You guys have no idea. As a live lister, you guys have no idea how difficult it is to actually find one of these on your own, okay? Not from lake, not from H Lake, okay? Every life lizard that goes to H Lake, it's there, I see. But you guys have no idea how hard it is to just explore the place here, find a population, right? That's like the first step, and then attempt to catch it. I mean, it is, woo, I am so happy that I finally got this little fella out of my target list, you know. Man, that scientific collection permit was all worth it. Let me tell you, all worth it. All $22 off it, okay? Oh, yeah. You're free. You're free to go, my man. Free to go back into the weeds, anywhere you want to go. He still has no clue what has happened to him. He's like, oh man, what has just happened, right? I've lived my whole life here with these fellas here in the Pine Barrens, and never ever I've seen a dude do that kind of stuff to me, right? There it goes. Oh man, it was so hard. It was so hard to catch them, man. I saw them, dozens and dozens of them swimming down there. They wouldn't bite. They wouldn't bite. They would come close to the worm. They would see the worm. They would look at the worm, and they would turn away. And then I kind of removed the split shot. The no more team split shot. Just free fall, even with the wind, right? Horrible. Finally, free fall right in front of the faces. They would come close. They would look at the worm, and they would turn away. And I would be like, ugh. And finally, I downgraded my worm to just the tip of a worm with the tail shaking, and finally one, a little bit bigger, came, took a look at it, and boom, that was that sample. I don't need to target them anymore. I don't need to catch another one for the rest of my life. That was a species 200 and what? 200 and I don't even know, man, but I'm happy, all right? And I actually hit my time for today too. So this is about it for this video, fellas. I hope you guys enjoyed the adventure. Man, it was all worth it to come here. Middle of nowhere, okay? Middle of nowhere. Nobody. I haven't seen anyone here the whole day. All worth it. 4 different species of fish, 1 new lifer, a very, very good lifer. Hell yeah, man. This is what it is all about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's time for me to go home, tie lines, and take it easy.